you. And I just want to let y'all know I've been crying every day myself too because this has affected me so much.
Hey guys, it's Claudia, and I am finishing up my Hoppin John meal for peace on a quite historic note, because this is the day that we celebrated the life of George Floyd. And I started this meal about 3 days ago, so a part of it will be leftovers, but another part will be collard greens boiled with turkey. So that's why I'm doing this cooking vlog, to at least in a sense protest with food in the vein of peace and brotherhood, because that is what we are going to need. Peaceful protests to move ahead in this country, to make significant change for ourselves and our children. So enjoy the vlog as I start from day one preparing the meal.
I started at the dollar store because I had seen black-eyed peas there before, but on this occasion, I only found pinto beans and black beans. So I went on and picked up the cooking spray and the black beans.
Hey guys, it's Claudia, and I am about to go in here and look for some black-eyed peas for my Hoppin John. I'm gonna do either Hoppin John today or tomorrow. What is going on? I can't even wear my lipstick anymore. I'm a lipstick girl. I love lipstick, but you can't do the lipstick and the mask. So what I did was I enhanced the eyes. That's what you can do, and I've seen some really pretty eye looks, some simple, some elaborate, most of them with lashes, but I didn't opt for the lashes. So I'm just gonna go in here and get these items, and I just might go to the park and get my 5-6 miles in before it rains. And I found the dried black-eyed peas, got 2 of those. Got the banana, and then my baby sister told me to find the banana keeper, which keeps my bananas fresh longer. I didn't find the Italian dressing, but I did find the ranch dressing. So I'm glad I didn't order these online, because these were $19. My bread is sufficiently smashed. I love this new series called Blood and Water. If you have not seen it, you should see it. It is absolutely amazing. The African actors are amazing. I love the storyline. The storyline of Peling. The protagonist is a teenager looking for her sister. But Peling is feisty and she's fierce. And she trusts in herself to believe that she, as she says in the series, once I put my mind to something, I find out what I need to find out. And the whole series proves that you can be determined to find something, the answer to whatever you're seeking. And if you believe, in yourself enough, you will find a way to get to the answer to that. Adiós y tener una noche hermosa. Bye. Okay. According to an article on Buckton.com by Allison Jones, Daufuskie Island native, historian, chef, and Gullah diva Sally Ann Robinson, author of Gullah Home Cooking, The Daufuskie Way, and Cooking the Gullah Way, Morning, Noon, and Night, dispels several myths regarding the Hoppin John recipe. I know you've got a lot of Northerners who make it with black-eyed peas. That is not a Southern tradition, she said. The traditional Southern peas for Hoppin John is red peas. You can quote me on that. Red peas. Some people call them cow peas. And my little sister, told me that is what Grandma used in her recipe, cow peas. Some people call them red peas or field peas. Traditionally, you would have to pick your peas. Now, Grandma picked her peas because we grew peas on our farm. But according to Sally Ann Robinson, red peas or cow peas are the traditional peas in the Gullah recipes. The article goes on to say, let me tell you the meat that was used, Sally Ann continued. Some people used one or other, and some people used a little of all. When I cook mine, I use a variety because it adds the true flavor. And she said she used ham hocks, smoked neck bones, and some pigtails. Yikes! Not me. I use smoked turkey, Cajun style. Like Sally Ann Robinson, I don't wait until New Year's to cook Hoppin John. But she says a lot of people will wait. Sally Ann says, I love it to the point where I say, who promised me tomorrow? I like that. As for me, I decided to make Hoppin John to celebrate peace and a look to the future with peace in mind. am so grateful for my friend Shirley, who called me today as I was editing this video to get it up today in a timely manner. And she explained to me about the Gullah people and the Geechee people in lowland South Carolina, in the lowlands of South Carolina, who are the actual descendants of the Africans who were dropped off in that area. And she said they are the ones who have the history of preparing Hoppin John. And I thought, wow. And then she went on to inform me and debrief me on other aspects of the Gullah culture. I was so amazed and grateful because I had forgotten the Gullah Geechee are the ones who stand behind Hoppin John. Now, the first time I heard about Hoppin John, although I am from Connecticut and a transplant to the South, I learned about Hoppin John in St. Thomas when I was visiting with a friend. And Hoppin John was served in a St. Thomas restaurant. And it was so delicious and so interesting. I thought, let me research Hoppin John. And then I never did.
Get ready to witness the best thing of your whole entire life. Be bright outside today. Here is the beautiful rabbit. You see it? Can you see it out there? All the way down there. It's beautiful. I don't know if y'all can see it because it might not focus, but it's a little rabbit sitting right there. You don't see it? Oh. See that little head peeking right there where my finger's at above its head? That's it right there.
Allison Jones, in her article about the history of Hoppin John, says, the African roots of the dish can be traced to the antebellum rice culture of the South Carolina Low Country, just like what Shirley told me, where peas and rice have been cooked together for centuries. Tradition dictates that a side of collard greens representing paper money can be served with Hoppin John to ensure prosperity in the coming year. Several sources also suggest a penny or dime should be placed under the plate or in the dish itself for additional wealth. My grandmother prepared, or both of my grandmothers prepared, collard greens, cornbread, rice, and peas every New Year. And that was the New Year staple for wealth, paper dollars, coins, money, health, prosperity in the new year. But they never said quite Hoppin John, the words Hoppin John. It was simply the New Year's Eve or the New Year's Day feast in our family. According to Stephanie Butler, in the article Hoppin John, A New Year's Tradition on History.com, the origins of the name Hoppin John are slightly less clear. Some say an old hobbled man called Hoppin John became known for selling peas and rice on the streets of Charleston. Others say slave children hopped around the table in eager anticipation of the dish.
Most food historians think the name derives from a French term for dried peas. Pois, P-O-I-S, pigeons, P-I-G-E-O-N-S. Don't quote me because I don't know the correct pronunciation for the French. According to Stephanie Butler, although any type of dried peas can be used for Hoppin John, the black-eyed pea is the most traditional. This pea happens to have been domesticated in West Africa, which led to the belief that African slaves took the peas with them, planted them in their new surroundings, and created a dish that would remind them of their lost homes. This is probably only partly true. Newly abducted Africans were lucky to have clothes on their backs, and they certainly weren't encouraged or even allowed to bring sacks of planting grain along with them. What is more likely is that slave traders saw black-eyed peas as an economical and easy way to feed their cargo. Stephanie Butler goes on to say, it's also uncertain why the dish became associated with New Year's and good luck. The most likely story is that slaves would often have the period between Christmas and New Year's off, since no crops were growing at that time. Hoppin John was, and still is, often eaten with collard greens, which can represent, as we said before, paper money, and golden cornbread. The peas themselves represent coins. Some families boost the potential of their Hoppin John by placing a penny, as the other article said, underneath the dishes, or adding extra pork, which is thought to bring more luck. My friend Jaslyn is a master chef, and she shared her Hoppin John recipe with me and how beautiful it looked on the plate. I am ever enchanted with the power of food to enrich our lives.
Bye.